The distant wail of a blues harmonica, raw and soulful, seemed to echo in Charles Farrington's mind as he settled into bed. Tonight, his chosen anchor was a small, worn beaded necklace, its colorful fragments cool and smooth against his palm. It felt like a tangible piece of vibrant energy, a perfect link to the powerful voice he intended to meet. He closed his eyes, allowing the familiar currents of sleep to draw him into the deeper, more profound reality he had cultivated. He opened his eyes to the familiar, comforting glow of the summoning room. The gaslights cast their warm, flickering illumination across the rich velvet and polished mahogany, highlighting the eclectic collection of curios. William the parrot, perched on his stand, swiveled his head, his beady eyes fixing on Charles. "Well, well, well, Charles," William squawked, a knowing glint in his eye. "The queen of psychedelic soul. Hope she brought her full tilt boogie. This place could use a good shake-up." Charles merely offered a faint smile, ignoring William's usual commentary. He walked directly to the ornate mirror, the beaded necklace clutched firmly in his hand. This simple adornment, a symbol of free spirit and vibrant expression, felt perfectly suited for tonight's guest. He began the familiar incantation of the invocation dream spell. "From slumber's depth and thought's embrace, I call you to this dreaming space. Reflect in glass, a truth in mind, and leave the world you left behind." As the last word echoed, Charles reached for the 2-hourglass on the mantelpiece and turned it over, the fine sand beginning its slow, inexorable descent. The mirror's surface swirled, not with a placid image, but with a vibrant, almost explosive burst of color and sound, a raw, guttural scream, a soaring blues riff, the roar of 1,000 voices. Then, a figure materialized within the depths, a woman of undeniable presence, with wild, untamed hair, a wide, expressive smile, and eyes that held both fierce joy and a profound vulnerability. It was Janis Joplin. Her spectral image was clad in a flamboyant, fringed and feathered outfit, and she looked around the room with an expression that was a complex mix of wonder, skepticism, and a readiness for anything. She solidified, standing silently beside the plush leather armchair. Janis's gaze swept over the opulent parlor, lingering on the rich fabrics and the quiet elegance, a stark contrast to the smoky clubs and massive festivals she once commanded. She took a deep, phantom breath, a slight shake of her head, then let out a low, appreciative whistle. "Well, hot damn," Janis drawled, her voice raspy and full of character, with a Texas twang. "This ain't exactly the Fillmore, but it's got a certain something. You the cat who pulled me out of the ether, honey? Or am I just having one hell of a dream?" Charles bowed slightly, a genuine sense of admiration in his demeanor. "Ms. Joplin, I am Charles Farrington. This is the summoning room, a place where the veil between worlds is thinned. Please, be seated." He gestured to the leather chair. "Might I offer you refreshment? Perhaps a strong whiskey or a cold beer? In this place, the senses are as keen as they were in life." Janis's eyes lit up with a spark of genuine interest. "Whiskey, honey, straight up. It's been a minute since I tasted the good stuff." She accepted the spectral glass, her fingers closing around it with a satisfying weight. She took a long, appreciative swig, her expression one of profound, almost visceral satisfaction. That's the truth right there. You got a real cool pad, Mr. Farrington. Real cool." She settled into the armchair, a relaxed, yet restless, energy in her posture. Charles took his own seat, a notepad resting on his knee. "Ms. Joplin," he began, "your voice was unlike any other, raw, powerful, full of pain and joy. It seemed to come from the very depths of your soul. What was it you were trying to express with that incredible instrument?" Janis leaned forward, her gaze intense, almost defiant. "Express? Honey, I wasn't trying to express nothing. I was just feeling it. All of it. The blues, the joy, the heartbreak, the loneliness, the love. It all just came out. Like a scream, like a shout, like a whisper. It was just me. Unfiltered. I put every damn piece of my heart into every note, every song. Had to. Couldn't do it any other way." She took another swig of whiskey. "Music, man, it ain't just pretty sounds. It's life. It's pain. It's ecstasy. It's everything that makes you human. And if you ain't feeling it, you ain't singing it. Simple as that." "Your stage presence was legendary," Charles observed. "You were completely uninhibited, pouring every ounce of yourself into the performance." What was it like to connect with an audience on that raw, visceral level? Janis's expression softened, a hint of the pure joy she once knew. Man, that was the best part. The connection. You're up there, and you're layin' it all out bare. And they're listenin', they're feelin' it with you. It's like a big, beautiful conversation. You give 'em everything you got and they give it right back. It's love, honey. Pure love. And for those few hours you ain't lonely no more. You're part of something bigger than yourself. That's what I lived for, man. That's the real high. William the parrot let out a series of approving squawks. Give 'em a piece of your heart. That's the way. Janis chuckled, a genuine warmth in her eyes as she looked at William. You got it, little bird. You got the message. You broke barriers for women in rock and roll, Charles continued. Did you ever feel the weight of that responsibility, or were you simply being yourself, blazing a trail without intending to? Janis sighed, a weary note entering her voice. Responsibility? Nah, I just wanted to sing. Wanted to be heard, wanted to play the music I loved. If that meant kicking down some doors that were locked for girls, well then so be it. I wasn't trying to be no role model, just trying to be me. But if some little girl out there heard my voice and thought, hey, I can do that too, then that's just beautiful, ain't it? That's what it's all about, really. Findin' your own voice, and singin' it loud. She finished her whiskey, setting the glass down. The world's a big place full of rules and expectations, but sometimes you just gotta scream 'em down, and sing your own truth. That's what I tried to do. The last grains of sand tumbled through the 2-hourglass on the mantelpiece, a stark reminder of the dream's temporal limits. Charles felt the familiar, gentle tug of the waking world. Ms. Joplin, Charles said, rising respectfully, our time is at an end. Your voice and your spirit continue to move and inspire. Janis Joplin nodded, a final, almost defiant smile playing on her lips. She gave a slight shrug, a gesture of acceptance. Her spectral form began to shimmer, growing translucent, her flamboyant clothes fading into nothingness. With a final, almost imperceptible phantom laugh, she dissolved into the shimmering air, leaving behind only the faint scent of old paper and the quiet echo of a blues queen's powerful, uninhibited soul. The summoning room began to fade around Charles, the gaslight dimming, the curios blurring into shadow. He felt the familiar, gentle pull of his body. He opened his eyes, the morning light filtering through his bedroom window. The worn beaded necklace lay on his chest, cool against his skin. He sat up, pulled on his robe, and reached for his journal, his mind already racing to capture the raw passion, the profound vulnerability, and the enduring legacy of Janis Joplin.